What's up, you guys? It's Levi here. So today I'm going to be giving you guys an in-depth guide, live guide on how to use a password manager in iOS, so iPhones and iPads. I'm going to be going through and using LastPass as that password manager. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to set that up, how to view the passwords inside of that password manager and extract those and use those in the applications and websites that you're using. And then I'm going to be teaching you guys how to set the passwords in that password manager. So I think this video will be super beneficial to you guys, because by using LastPass, you'll be able to easily go and change the passwords on each and every single website and application that you're using to something complex, and having a separate one for each and every single website and application, so that you have a peace of mind at night knowing that if you get involved in a data breach and an attacker has your password from that data breach, guess what? They can only get into one website with that password, instead of you being the statistic like most people where they're using the same password or the same set of passwords for all websites, and an attacker being able to get into all of your websites and causing mass cybersecurity chaos for you. So I hope you guys learn a lot from this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'd love to answer your questions if you have any problems following along. And make sure you're smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm if you like this content. So let's go ahead and slide into that content. Alright, so I'm recording this tutorial on an iPad. So those of you iPhone users out there, this is going to be the same setup as what you would do on an iPhone, because they're both using iOS, so you'll be able to follow along and get this information from this tutorial even though it's on an iPad. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the App Store, and we're going to look for LastPass, which I had already did, and we're going to go ahead and download LastPass. Alright, so then go ahead and click the open button and just slide through all this stuff. You can read through this if you want. And then you want to enable notifications, so we're going to tap enable and then tap allow. And you don't have an LastPass account, so you're going to sign up for one. So we tap the sign up button. Alright, so here you put your email address in. I have a temporary one, so I'm just going to copy and paste that in there. And then tap create my account. Alright, so here you're going to set a master password. And this password is extremely important that you have it as a very strong password, because whatever you set for this password is going to be used to manage all of your other passwords that you put in here. So you definitely want something that's at least 15 characters long. I would make it 20 characters long or longer. The strength of the password depends on the length of the password. So, and then to be able to remember that password, because you want to remember this, otherwise, if you can't remember it, you're not going to be able to see your other passwords. Use a passphrase. So something like, I will smash that like button 1,000 times would be a good one, right? And make sure you're smashing the like button while you're thinking about it. But don't use that password, because I said that, so it's not a very good password anymore. But you get the point. Alright, so I'll copy my super secret password inside of here. And there's an option to set a password hint.
Do not put a password hint in there.
You don't want to make it any easier for somebody that's trying to guess what your password is. And then just go ahead and tap that set my password button. And then you can use your fingerprint as a key. I do not have the retina scanner on this iPad, but if you have a phone or an iPad that supports that, you can do that as well. I personally like to do that. It makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for myself. So I scan my fingerprint in, I click next, and your vault is ready. Alright, so go to your vault, and it's time to add your first password. Alright, so you can see this is what the LastPass application looks like. If you tap over here on the side, on this all items list, you can see you have nothing in here because we haven't put anything in there yet. Alright, so let's go ahead and create our first password. The NFL draft just got over, and let's pretend that you're super excited to create a fantasy account on ESPN to get ready for the NFL season, but you don't have an ESPN account, so let's go ahead and try to create one using LastPass. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the security tab down here and generate a strong password. Click on generate a password. I always like to crank this up to as high as it'll go, as long as the website supports it. And then if you click the options here, you can see there's different options to select, whether you want numbers, special characters, things like that. Certain websites actually do not let you use special characters or things like that, so you might have to uncheck these depending on the site. But ESPN lets you use all of them, so I'll just leave them all there. Alright, so then we'll copy this password out of here to the clipboard. Alright, so then you have to go back to the vault down here and click on add all the way up in the upper right hand corner. Alright, and then you're going to click add new password, and then the first thing you're going to do is copy and paste that password that you just created down here in the password box. To do that, you have to hold your finger down for like 5 seconds or so. It gives you the option to paste it inside of that box. Alright, so then we'll fill out the rest of this. ESPN.com. Our URL will be ESPN.com. And you would put your email address here. I'm not going to put this here because it doesn't really matter for me, but you would put your email address there. Alright, so then go ahead and save this entry. Alright, you can see that ESPN is in your vault. Alright, so then there's one of two ways that you can copy your password into the ESPN application. You can see here there's a little lock icon next to that ESPN app. You could click on this lock icon and copy that password into your vault. And then when we go and open up ESPN to create an account, whoops, I'll go back here. So you would go up to the cog up there, and then you would go to login. You don't have an account, so you have to click sign up, and then you would just paste that password down inside of here. So that's the first way that you can do that. Alright, and then we'll put in my super duper super cool temporary email and uncheck that box. Click sign up. Boom, you have a secure password for ESPN. Alright, so that is the first way you can put your password inside of there. So now let's go ahead and sign out here. Click the log out of ESPN. So when you go to log in, you could do the same thing. Copy and paste that password in there, and then you'd be able to sign in that way. There's a different way. You might have to go back in. That copy password only lasts so long, so you might have to go back into LastPass and click on the copy value again, and then go back into ESPN and copy and paste your password back in there. And then type your email address. You got your email address, and boom, you can log in from LastPass off of that password that you copied. Alright, so the other way that you can input from LastPass, we'll go ahead and log out again here. We'll go back to LastPass. If you go down into the settings and go to autofill, and you can just click through this because I'll show you how to do it. So click show me how, click take me to settings, and then you're probably going to pop up somewhere up here. You want to scroll all the way down, click on this passwords and accounts, and over here on the right hand side, you want to uncheck that iCloud keychain first, and then check that LastPass. And then once you click proceed to LastPass, you'll go back into LastPass, and then from there, now you should be able to open applications like ESPN, and it should automatically fill your password in. This doesn't always work right all the time, so it may or may not work, as you can see now. But if it is working right for you, it will automatically fill your username and password in. It's not working right now. I wouldn't depend on it. You're probably more than likely going to have to go and copy and paste the password in most of the time. So that is how you set up LastPass and how you add a password into LastPass, and how to use LastPass to put your password into an application. Alright, so I hope you guys learned a lot from this video. Keep in mind, now that you've learned how to set up and use this password manager, you need to go out there and use LastPass to go and change all of the passwords on each and every single website and application that you're using, so that way, if you get involved in a data breach, the attacker only knows one password of yours. The attacker doesn't know all of your passwords. That's the main point of the password manager. Go out there and get all those websites and application passwords changed, and you can sleep with some peace of mind that the attacker can barely get into anything, and your cybersecurity impact will be super low if that happens. I thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below below if you have any questions, and make sure that you're smashing that like button, hitting the subscribe button, and hitting that notification bell, and sharing this video out with everybody that you know so that they can help protect themselves from the terrible cybersecurity incidents out there in the world. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a fantastic day.